Hey guys, welcome back to Time Machine Scale Models. Hold on a minute. Skelly, what are you doing over there? What? You get a 10-minute break per every video? My videos aren't even 10 minutes long. Who says? The Content Creators Union? I've never even heard of it. These guys, I tell you, it's hard to get good help around here. Anyway, guys, welcome back to the channel. Alright, well, if you've seen my community posts, you know that I'm going to put the Marlin on hold until I figure some things out. I discovered that I'm missing a pretty vital part in a build. It's a cross member, and yes, it could be scratch built if I really want to get down to it, but I'd really like to find the original parts for this. But for now, we rebox it up to keep it nice and safe. I'm going to put it up on my shelf here, and when people get back to me, Sean, and lets me know whether or not he's got the part or whatever, and then I will know how to proceed. But if I cannot find a part, I will go about scratch building the parts that I actually need. I'm missing one of the brake hubs and the cross member that holds in the spindles. It's not an easy thing to scratch build, but I could figure it out. George Woods gave me some tips as well on what to look for, and if Sean doesn't locate the cross member that I need, I guess I'm going to be scratch building it, and that'll be that. You know, when I first decided that I was going to build this kit, I almost used the Jimmy Ledford technique of using a NASCAR chassis underneath this thing, and I was going to build a Pro Touring Marlin. But then I decided against it, and I decided to build it box stock. So that's what I get for thinking too hard, I guess. Alright, let me move this out of the way, and I'm going to show you some goodies that I picked up this week. Really, really cool. You guys will remember that I mentioned that Rick over at Rusty Rotor in one of his videos talked about getting flocking on the cheap. And if you saw my community post a few days ago, you'll know that I picked up about $40 worth. Well, it was about $37 and change for everything that I'm about to show you. Now, these packages are 1-ounce packages, and in comparison, those Ken's Fuzzy Fur are $2.99 here at the local hobby shop. I'm not sure what they are. I think maybe a 1/4 ounce or something like that for $2.99. These were a little bit over $3, and like I said, they're 1-ounce packages. So let me show you what I got here. So I got plum. I got turquoise, which I'm going to use on the Marlin. It's a little bit brighter than what I thought it was, but it'll work out just fine, I guess. I got red wine flocking. I've got white flocking, which I probably will never use, but you never know. I've got black flocking. I've got navy blue flocking. And I've got charcoal gray, which is pretty cool. And this will probably get the most use. But I'll tell you what, I have a lot of flocking. I've probably got more flocking than I'll ever use in my whole flocking life. I'll tell you that right now. But you know, it was a good deal, and I got to thank Rick over there at Rusty Rotors for turning me on to this company. It's www.craftflocking.com. If you guys want to start using flocking, or you use flocking and you're just looking for a source, get on over there. They got a bunch of different colors. Alright guys, let me move these out of the way, and we'll get to these stash ads. Pretty stoked to show you these, as a matter of fact. Excuse me. Alright. So our friend Tony Lancer's always nitpicking at me about not having enough Mustangs. Well, here you go, Tony. We're going to start today. I've got a few Mustangs in the stash. You guys know that, but I've been wanting to add this one to the stash. And little story. My daughter and I were at one of those antique malls, and there was a booth, and he had a bunch of car models. And I was like, oh, cool, finally, jackpot, you know. So I started browsing. My daughter started browsing, and we were looking, and the guy had one of these there. And I was like, oh, cool, that's one that I really, really want. And then I was looking at it, and I noticed the price on it, $55. And my daughter looked at me, and she's like, is that high? And I was like, that's extremely high. And I'm not going to pay $55 for this kit. Now, that kit was in worse shape than this, and it was all open, and most of the stuff was off the sprues. So it was a definite no-go. There was no way I was going to do it. This box is a little bit beat up. Obviously it's open, but everything is sealed inside. It's perfect. Everything is there. Decals, instructions, everything. Everything's sealed up. I picked this up for 13 bucks, guys. Really good deal. So, we're going to start off by adding this one to the collection. There's a few Mustangs I want to get, and this one was topping the list. So, there you go, Tony. I got me another Mustang. Alright, so Friday, I was in Grand Rapids, and as usual, when I go to Grand Rapids, I try to make it to Riders Hobbies out there, because I don't really get a chance to get out there very often, being that it's almost an hour away from where I live. So I was on work-related business. I took my lunch and went to the hobby shop. So when I walked in and I went to the model department, I noticed that they had a bunch of older models on the shelf, which would indicate to me that they bought somebody's collection. So the first one I saw was this one here. Now, I had this one when I was a kid and built it up, and I probably built several versions of this, including the Midnight Z and everything. And you know, this one's a little bit harder to get, and when I saw it, I was like, I definitely got to add that back to the stash. And it's definitely better than buying the Revell Snap Together kit that's currently available. So, yep, so I got this one. Oh, and I paid $31.99 for that Camaro. The next one I saw was this 41 Willys pickup. Now, I like the 41 Willys, period. I like the pickup. I like the coupe. And I never had this model, but I've always been interested in it. So when I saw it, I figured I better pick it up. Now, the crazy thing is, they had several older model cars on the shelves that I was pretty interested in. But obviously, I set a limit on how much I was going to spend that day. And this one was $29.99. Not too bad. So, yep, I picked this one up. Those are the 3 stash ads that I got this week, guys. And I'm pretty stoked about it. Tell me what you think down below, whether you ever had any of these here. I'm sure you have. Now, there's another thing that I want to show you. I'm going to have to turn this camera around, and we're going to have to walk over there to take a look. I'm pretty stoked about this. This is so cool, and I'm going to tell you how I got it. Stick around. Alright, guys, so here it is. A couple weeks back, old Tom was doing a video about his room renovation, and I saw these cases on the wall. So I asked him, I was like, Tom, where did you get those? And he told me, Kearney Plastics. So I went to the website, and I realized they're a little bit on the expensive side. But I'm telling you guys, these are well worth it. They are better than the individual cases that you buy for $6 to $9. This is the 24 case. It's not full, obviously. There's some cars that I'm leaving out, and trucks do not fit. So, like my 50 Chevy pickup, it will not fit in there. So any regular size pickup that's lifted or, you know, just has a regular stance to it, it's not going to fit. So the 50 won't fit. I'm sure my mud truck's definitely not going to fit. But it is what it is. And I got it with a mirrored back. You see the reflection from my window and everything. And I'm in there, but it's pretty cool. Now, like I said, these are a little bit expensive. They were $119 on sale. And I think there was like $25 shipping. So it came to like $144 shipped to me. So I will leave a link in the description, and you can go to Kearney Plastics website, and you can see if there's something there that they can provide for you. All right, hang on, I'm gonna get back to the bench. All right, guys. So yeah, this was all my stash ads for this week and all my goodies. And to be honest with you, I've never used flocking before, so I'm a rookie at it. If you can offer me any tips and tricks down below, that'd be great. Alright guys, that's all I got. Thanks for watching.